What's up, everybody? This is Lyle with No Hippie BBQ, and I'm going to be doing a brisket today. And I wasn't thinking about doing it, but two things happened. One, I just bought a Weber Smokey Mountain on Craigslist, $50, so I got to try it out. And two, or actually three reasons. The second reason is I got off the phone with JB at Louisiana Cajun Recipe, and he was giving me some tips about that Weber Smokey Mountain, so that kind of got me a little motivated. Then I was walking around and I found a brisket, 12-pound brisket for $30. Anyway, JB was saying, Lyle, don't trim that brisket, but I gotta get some of this hard fat off here. I just have to, and so I'm at least take some of that off. But we're just gonna be going Texas style on this baby, salt, pepper, and that's it. So it's Friday right now, but I don't want to be messing around in the morning, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing kind of cut up now and get it on the smoker. But let's take a look at what we're working with. Guys, this is what we are working with. We have, like I said, a 12-pound brisket. It is about 18, just over 18 and a half inches. So I'm gonna need to cut this back either way, or cut it in half or something so it'll fit on my smoker. I did get a digital smoker, or not a digital smoker. I did get a digital thermometer. May not have been the best one, but it's what I had today, or what I could get today. I'm not gonna use that tomorrow because I need to read it and do all that stuff. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and trim this thing up. We're going to be right back when I'm done with that. See you in a bit. I've trimmed some of this off. I tried to trim the hard fat off of it, and then I got in between the point and the flat, so I cut some of that fat out. But for the most part, most of the fat is still on this, so that's a lot more than I would normally roll with. But hey, JB, I'm trying to work with you, man. So I'm going to just hit it with some salt and pepper. Right now what I'm putting on here is a salt and pepper blend. And this next thing is just coarse black pepper. So I'm going to go ahead and I don't have any, I was looking at JB's video, I didn't see him put any binder on it, so I'm just rolling like him. Since he gave me the tip on the Weber, I'm going to use his technique. So anyway, this is going to be sitting overnight, so I don't think it's going to necessarily need a binder. I am going to let this kind of soak in before I flip it over and do the other side. So really, we are done for the night. I'm going to go ahead and shoot, I'm going to go ahead and rub the other side of this down. The next time you see me is going to be tomorrow when we get this Weber Smokey Mountain lit up, and we're going to go for low and slow. I'm going to get my ass up early and get this thing on. I did cut it down a little bit on the point section. There's a lot of fat there, so I think this is going to fit. I think we're just under 18 inches on this right now, so we'll see you tomorrow morning. It is early in the morning on a Saturday, and I'm getting this Weber Smokey Mountain set up. I'm not using any minion method or anything like that. I didn't have enough time for that, so got the charcoal in there. I'm about to add some wood here in a little bit. I got the chimney started, and then once that's done, I'll throw some wood on there. JB told me, don't use no water in that thing, boy. Use some lava rocks or some play sand or something, and I figure these are rocks. The only thing that's missing is the lava, so that should work out. So anyway, once I get this I'm gonna get this thing started up, and shit, we're about to throw brisket on, see what this boy can do. See you in a bit. Brisket on about 40 minutes ago, and this is the last time I'm gonna lift this until we are done. And I wanted to get a digital thermometer. JB told me to get a Maverick, and I had a chance to price those out, and he might not be he may be a little cheap when it comes to the beer, but he's not cheap on them thermometers. Just joking. I would have got one, but it was going to take too long to get. And then I bought this Charbroil one, so I don't know if that's good, bad, or whatever, because I could get it that day. And then I haven't even got that thing plugged in yet, so I'm just gonna go with the regular thermometer on this bad boy. In about 8 hours, I might start checking it. Anyway, hey JB, next time you see me, I'm gonna have a natural light in my hand like you. So let's bring this camera in and take a look at what we got. So there we go. That's kind of where we're sitting. This is the last time I'm going to lift this lid. And JB, I'm rolling with your recipe. Basically all the fat on that. And let's see how it turns out, man. Impressed with this Weber Smoky Mountain. I almost feel guilty for not having to come out here this much. I mean, as much as I love my offset for something like a brisket or something like that, I am holding just under 250 degrees. And I can take it higher than that if I wanted to. Here's where I have my vent set. I don't know if you could see that or not with the sun, but I have them about a little less, about halfway open. I have all my bottom vents open, but I mean, this thing, I mean, seriously, is just like, this is set it and forget it right here. And as much as I love my offset, I think I might have to roll with this a little bit more. So anyway, we're 4 hours in. I got a ways to go. Haven't really opened it up since my last video. And anyway, we'll see you back in a bit. But I am impressed with this thing right here. We'll see how the smoke flavor is when I'm done. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Hanging. You tell me these Weber Smoky Mountains are that good. I mean, they're not as good as your natural light beer. But I've had this thing. So we're like 6 hours in. This thing is still holding like 235, and actually I could pump it up more if I wanted. So JB, this is for you. That natural light, oh god damn. Alright, I love the smoker, I love the advice you gave me, but this natural light, that's gotta go. Hours into this cook, and this is the first time that I am taking this lid off since 30 minutes in. Now I was going to, you know, I got that digital thermometer, but I just didn't, I didn't have it figured out. So anyway, I'm just gonna check it now. Hopefully we're not overcooked or anything. Yeah. Let's see where we are at. Oh, it's sliding in just perfectly too. Let's see, we are right at 155, which is my stall, which is to be expected. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm not gonna wrap this thing or anything. I'm just gonna let this bad boy go. So shit, I'm gonna leave this thing on here for a while. I'm about to go get some Mexican food and come back. But this Weber smoker is amazing. It's like cheating. Anyway, I'll check you out later. Damn, I'm not how much longer I'm gonna need to go, but I am not wrapping this thing. If I gotta leave this thing on here all night. Anyway, check you out. A long time. This thing was on the smoker probably 11 hours, so I didn't get to film it last night. So this brisket is actually a day old. I did put it back in the oven just to heat it up a little bit, but I'm gonna cut part of this off. Set that over here, and let's kind of see what it's looking like. I mean, it's still juicy the next day, and actually it looks like that's kind of what we're looking like. Man, that is some good stuff. I'm gonna tell you what, that Weber smoker really impressed me. I am going to do probably all my briskets on there. Didn't seem like it put much of a smoke ring on there, but like I say, ain't no flavor in the smoke ring. But alright guys, what is up? This was good. I really appreciate the help on that, JB. Like I said, my only regret was I may have trimmed a little bit more fat off. Next time I do it, just a little bit, but also leaving more time so I could eat it like that day. But I can think of all kinds of good stuff I'm making with this. I mean, I don't know if this would be considered a championship brisket or not. I mean, let's take a look. I don't know if that's a championship or not, but you know what? There you go. Now it's championship brisket. Anyway, nothing really matters if my girl doesn't like it. Get some of that brisket? What do you think about that? Penny said there's three things that you could do. She says you can comment, you can subscribe, or feel free to holler at your boy. Thanks for checking out No Hippie BBQ.